is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire Podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman, and guys, if you thought that the Jeffrey Epstein saga was over, think again. From the Post-Millennial, revealed Jeffrey Epstein met with current Biden CIA director, Obama White House attorney after sex crimes conviction. Let's read. A private calendar belonging to notorious sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein shows a list of scheduled meetings with high-profile clients that include the current director of the CIA, an Obama administration attorney, and a college president, according to newly released documents obtained by Wall Street Journal. And they were not the only ones. The documents revealed that CIA Director William Burns, Obama White House attorney Catherine Rumler, and Bard College president Leon Botstein had scheduled meetings with convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein after his 2008 conviction for child sex crimes, according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, to get a little bit of a better breakdown of this entire document, we have this from Mario Nafal. Breaking: Epstein's private calendar includes CIA chief, Obama's White House counsel, and other prominent names. New, never-seen documents obtained by the Wall Street Journal reveal more meetings with Epstein. Here's the notable names. Catherine Rumler, a White House counsel under President Barack Obama, had dozens of meetings with Epstein in the years after her White House service and before she became a top lawyer at Goldman Sachs Group Inc. in 2020. They also planned a visit to Epstein's Island. Reason given was business relationship. As she worked at the law firm Latham & Watkins, Epstein introduced her to various potential clients, including Bill Gates and Ariane de Rothschild. Of course, we all know who that family is. Don't really know all their secrets, though. Leon Botstein, the president of Bard College, invited Epstein, who brought a group of young female guests to the campus. That doesn't seem fishy at all. Reason given: to get donations to his school. First of all, if you are asking for money and donations to your school from a convicted pedophile, times must really be tough. Like that, my goodness. Another notable name, Noam Chomsky, a professor, author, and political activist, was scheduled to fly with Epstein to have dinner at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse. Reason given: to discuss Israel's policies with regard to Palestinian issues and the international arena. Let me ask you something. Noam Chomsky is a professor, an author, and a political activist. He should have nothing to do with Israeli politics. Also, Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted pedophile, should also have nothing to do with Israeli politics. I don't think that little excuse that he just gave there really holds water, but let's continue. CIA Director Mr. Burns met with Epstein about a decade ago as he was preparing to leave government service, apparently to seek advice on transition to the private sector as he was leaving the CIA. Reason given: claims he did not know anything about Epstein. That does not hold water. You are the director of the CIA, my man. You guys literally collect data on every single person in the world that you can. And you're going to tell me that you didn't know who Jeffrey Epstein was when he worked for you? Sure, bud. Sure. Other than that, he was introduced as an expert in the financial services sector and offered general advice on transition to the private sector. Every single one of these people should be investigated. But let's be honest, guys. We all know nothing's going to happen to these people. There will be no investigation, just like there was no real investigation of what happened to Jeffrey Epstein in his prison cell. Let's be honest. Nothing is going to happen to these people. We've had the information from the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. We've had the information on who they were selling these children to for several years now, and they refuse to release them because they know there's going to be a lot of prominent people on that list. Now, I know what some of you Democrats who might be watching this video are saying. Oh, it's Donald Trump. He's on the list. And of course, the conservatives are all going to say, oh, it's Joe Biden. He's on the list. I don't care who's on the list. They should all be thrown in prison. Or, in my opinion, I tend to go a little bit more Attila the Hun on child predators. Maybe they should be castrated or killed, executed. Let's be honest. It's just, I got no patience. I've got no tolerance for crimes against children. If you hurt a child, I tend to go full execution. There's no space for child predators in society. There really isn't. Let's be honest. But, we've had this information for years now, and they refuse to release it. There's nothing that is done to these people. And here's the thing. Until they choose to release this, until they choose to show us what is on that list, who are all the people on this list, until they choose to show us that, we must assume that it is everyone in our government. Everyone in our government, everyone in Hollywood. Hey, Will Smith, you're a pedophile. You're a little pedophile. That's what you are. Hey, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you're a pedophile. Hey, Matt Gaetz, I get that you're a Republican, dude. I like what you've been doing, but hey, none of this stuff's being released. So until it gets released, you're a pedophile. Hey, Donald Trump, you're a pedophile. Hey, Joe Biden, you're a pet. Everyone is a pedophile until this gets released. And that is the exact attitude that we should have towards everybody in Hollywood, everybody in government, all of these rich elites who try to control our government and control our society as a whole. We should have that exact attitude towards every single one of these people. Every time you see them in public, you say, hey, you're a pedophile until that gets released. I will always see you as a pedophile until that Ghislaine Maxwell gets that Ghislaine Maxwell document with all of the names of customers that they were selling these children to, which is absolutely despicable. Until that gets released, you will all be known as pedophiles to this society. That's exactly how we should treat these people. Every single one of them. It doesn't matter whether they're on the right or the left. You treat all of them as if they are pedophiles. Until this gets released, we deserve to know who is coming after our children. And we will. We will know. We will treat all of them as if they are garbage and scum. Because let's be honest, that's what they deserve. Let's be honest, if you weren't on the list, you should have every reason to release this. Every reason. But no, I think it's a lot more prominent of a list than we might think. I think that there's quite a few more names on there that would probably surprise us. I've seen some people throw out names like of course Will Smith. I've heard that. I've heard names like Rihanna, which is like, excuse me, what? That's insane. Look, guys, at the end of the day, we should treat all of these people as if they are pedophiles. Do not go to their shows. Do not show up at their rallies. Do not vote for these people until this gets solved, until this document is released with all of the names, until this entire saga is finally put to rest and all of the people that they were selling these children to are thrown in prison, or worse, we will treat every single one of them as if they are convicted pedophiles. That is what we need to do. That is what we should be pushing every single one of our colleagues to do, every single one of our countrymen to do. These people need to have their lives destroyed. All of the rich elites, every single one of them. Until this gets released, your life is going to suck, and we're going to make it suck every single day. Now, I've got another story coming for you guys in just a second. But before I get into that, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me down in the comments if you like my commentary on this. If you don't, let me know. Let's debate. Let's have a conversation. Now, From the Post-Millennial, breaking 27 Colorado Dems vote against making indecent exposure to minors a felony. Speaking of pedophilia, Democrats, really? You can't even agree that indecent exposure to minors should be a felony? Really? Okay, Let's talk about this. On Saturday, the Colorado House of Representatives voted on HB 23-1135, a bill introduced to increase the severity of indecent exposure in front of minors to a Class 6 felony, and 27 Democrats voted against the bill, with one saying she was concerned it would lead to the ban of drag shows. For children? Yeah. That's kind of the point. State Representative Leslie Herod said these types of laws have been used to ban drag shows to target individuals who use the bathroom of the sex that they identify with a public restroom to charge them with felony charges. I am very concerned about the attacks against the transgender community that are happening across the country. Let me just explain something to you. If the trans community, it needs a requirement where they need to be allowed to expose themselves indecently to children, that is a community that needs to be destroyed, in my opinion. Anyone who feels like they have a right or feels like they need to reveal themselves to children indecently is disgusting. And that is a community that should be absolutely pushed out of our society. Let's continue to read. When I initially read the bill, this is the quote from this legislator, read this bill, it did not even come to my mind either as an advocate, but as I've looked at the bills and as I've talked to my colleagues who are fighting these types of bills across the country, it's very clear to me that the language is very much mirrored in some laws that have been used to target members of our community because of who they are. No, it's not because of who they are. It's not because they are a woman who feels like a man or a man who feels like a woman. It's because they want to expose their genitalia to children. You absolute imbecile. Is our government just completely overrun with pedophiles? Is that just what this is? Is that what this is? That's our government now? Just pedophiles everywhere? Is that what we have? Do we need to just overthrow this? Just stop paying taxes to these people? Can we just do that? I don't know, man. As you can see, this bill did pass with 37 ayes, 27 noes. And I'm very happy that it did pass. According to the state legislature's website, the bill was up for final passage on Saturday and eventually did pass with amendments. According to the bill titled Penalty for Indecent Exposure in View of Minors, the current law categorized the first offense of indecent exposure with a minor as a Class 1 misdemeanor, but the bill would alter the law to make it a Class 6 felony. On Friday, the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Colorado House GOP, Roger D. Hudson, tweeted out that in a previous reading of the bill, House Democrats filibustered for nearly 3 hours today against the felonizing of indecent exposure to minors. Guys, 3 hours? This should be like... okay. Guys, this is cultural decay. This is the decay of our culture and our society. When we cannot even agree on the fact that children should be protected from people who wish to expose themselves indecently to them. We can't even agree on that. That is insane. That is psychotic. We should at least be able to agree on something that is that severe and extreme. But no, Democrats want to keep pushing this. It's just like Democrats want to keep pushing for your children to read inappropriate books in schools. Just like Democrats, like I showed you last week in my video on Friday, that they are now beginning to push for legal pedophilia. Yes, that is a legitimate thing. Go watch my video from Friday. It's absolutely insane. I believe, yeah, that's the end of this story here. Guys, this is getting out of hand. This is getting completely out of hand. The Democrats have absolutely lost their minds. Republicans in most areas of the country are pushing to try to protect children. I've talked about stuff that's going on in the state of Texas. I believe that's right here. Yes, Texas Senate criminalizes child grooming. There are states all across the country who are pushing to protect children. But at the end of the day, the federal government and probably even some state governments are filled with absolute freaks who wish to come after your children with pedophilia. At the end of the day, they can sit there and this woman can call this, oh, we're just protecting trans rights. Oh, we want to protect those who put on drag shows. We don't care. Any of those things that are done in front of children is called pedophilia. Anyone who partakes in those things should be thrown beneath the prison and left there for a very long time, preferably without food or water, in my opinion. I'm serious, guys. I got no tolerance. I've got zero tolerance for anyone who harms a child, anyone. And yes, indecent exposure to an innocent child, in my opinion, is absolutely harming them. Absolutely, 100%. And the law actually agrees with that. Guys, we have to keep fighting, and we've got to keep fighting harder. If you're a conservative, why in the world would you have your child in these schools that these governments are giving us? These governments, look at it. It's everywhere. Look at the pedophilia. Look at the trafficking. Look at all of it. It's in our government. There are people that are in our government that were meeting with Jeffrey Epstein after he was convicted in 2008 of child sex crimes. Guys, our governments are filled with people who wish to harm your children. If you're a conservative and your child is in a public school, you are putting your child every single day at risk of them being harmed sexually. Every single day. And you can't put that on your child. You can't put that on these schools anymore. Fool me once, that's on them. Fool me twice, that's on me. Guys, the writing is on the wall. And you have to take action. It's no longer the fault of the schools. At this point, the schools are going to be what they are until we can gain the power to change them. Okay? That's what they're going to be. They're going to be, disgusting indoctrination centers. That's what they're going to be. Until we get the power to change them, there's nothing we can do about that, except for the fact that you can leave those schools and protect your children. If you are a conservative, if you are a Christian, there is no reason why your child should ever be in a public school. Ever. At all. There's no excuse now. Look at this. We've seen, I've done multiple videos about what they are doing in these schools. Guys, there's people all over our government, all over our society, all over Hollywood that wish to do harm to your children. You have to take action because no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save your family. You have to take action. It's up to you guys, man. It's absolutely up to you. It's up to us. And you have to continue to fight back. Protect your children, get your kids out of these schools, and then get out on the streets and be an advocate for what is right, for the protection of children against this type of garbage that these Democrats are pushing on them. Get in the streets. Contact your representatives. I'm very happy that this bill passed, but at the end of the day, we still got a very long way to go. And, guys, that's going to be the show for today. Thank you guys so much for listening to me rant. I get very, very passionate about these things because as a father, I'm very passionate about protecting my children from pedophiles. As you can see, guys, we have to do better. We have to do better, and it starts with you. We don't have the power to change these schools right now. We don't. That's just reality. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in some states, yes, but as an entire country, not yet. So until then, you must do your job. Homeschool your kids. Homeschool your kids. I don't care if you have to downsize your house. I don't care if you have to sell your sports car that you don't need or to sell your motorcycle that you don't need. I don't care. I really don't. If you didn't sign up to protect your kids, then what did you sign up for? Why did you even have children if you're going to be a garbage parent and not protect them from pedophiles? Like, the least that you can do is protect them from pedophiles. I'm not saying that that you're going to be able to protect your kids from everything, but you should at least take precautions to protect them from pedos, man. If you're not at least willing to do that, you can't be helped. And your children are going to suffer because of it. Guys, if you're a conservative, get your kids out of these schools. Homeschool your kids. Protect your children from it's no longer the issue of, oh, my child is just experiencing some bullying at school. No. We don't live in that society anymore. I wish we could go back to that society where that was the only problems that kids faced on a school playground. But now you have pedophiles and teachers in these schools that is teaching these children that, oh, you're transgender and you should cut your genitalia off. Yeah. That's what they're being faced with every single day. And you have the responsibility to protect them from that. And we have millions of parents all across this country that are not doing their freaking jobs. Do your jobs, guys. Do your jobs. Like I said, fool me once, that's on the schools. Fool me twice, that's on me. Guys, protect your kids. Be better. Be an advocate for what is right and for protecting these children. We have got to continue to fight back and stir up that flame of freedom that is within. If this doesn't stir up the flame, if this does not push you, if this does not stoke that flame of freedom within you and make you want to fight back against this tyranny, I don't know what will, man. You can't even get fired up enough to protect your kids? Maybe we deserve to lose if that's the case, but I don't think it is. You got to fight back, man. We got to fight back. We got to speak out. We got to be contacting our reps. We got to be protesting. We got to be in the streets. We got to get out there, man. We need to be getting people registered to vote. Let's go, man. Let's get fired up. Let's get in the game. Let's win this so that we can protect these children from these monsters who wish to do them harm. That's going to be the end of the show, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. Follow me on all the socials down in the description and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we put out new videos. Follow me on Rumble so that we can fight back against the tyranny and the censorship here on YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.